this video, Cresco International will demonstrate how to use IBM Watson Analytics to analyze social media topics and trends. Watson Analytics helps companies identify the pulse of an audience by enabling intuitive, guided data analysis of social channels. In this case, we will use the imported home furnishings and decor retailer Pier Imports as an example. We created a social media project called Pier Imports. In the topics page, we enter Pier Imports, as well as its competitors, Crate & Barrel and Pottery Barn. In the theme section, we can decide how to break down topics into attributes. That way we can make comparisons among the three companies. In this case, we break the topics into two themes, price and quality. Watson Analytics for social media allows you to specify the time interval you want to focus on. Here we focus on the past year to date, January 1st to March 10th, 2016, to get the latest trends. Selecting all 4 languages provided and choosing all 3 sources, we now start to create the analysis. The results come from 7 parts: topics, themes, sentiment, geography, source, active authors, and demographics. In topics, we can clearly see the social media trends of each day. In the last 2 months and 10 days, 5,442 mentions of these 3 retailers have been detected in 5,295 documents. We can clearly observe the daily trends of these 3 topics. Overall, there are more mentions of Pottery Barn than of Pier Imports and Crate & Barrel. Then we move to the theme parts. Most of the Twitter mentions are not related to price and quality. We only have 75 mentions on price and 67 mentions on quality. People are most likely to direct comments on Pottery Barn than on Pier and on Crate & Barrel. In the sentiment results, we notice that the most of the mentions are positive. Crate & Barrel has the highest positive percentage of mentions, but also has the highest percentage of negative mentions. Pier Imports has received a more positive sentiment percentage than negative. In addition to sentiment, we can also focus on geography characteristics of the Twitter mentions. We can see most mentions come from the United States. Drilling down to a different geography level, we can see detailed Twitter mentions of each state. Most of the mentions come from New York and California. Next, we go to the city level, where we can see how all of the brands are discussed in each city. Next, let's review social media sources. In the sources section, we can see how many mentions come from each source. Most of the mentions from Pottery Barn and for Pier Imports are generated via Twitter. Watson Analytics for social media also provides the ability to track the authors of all of the mentions. In the active authors section, the top 20 authors who generate the most mentions will be shown here in the tree map according to the volume of the content. The darker color indicates there are more followers of this author. Some people choose to reveal their gender, marital status, and parental status on social media sites. In the demographics section, we can see the percentage of mentions by demographics. For those who do not show their demographics on social sites, Watson Analytics for social media will indicate them as blank. The data shows since January 1, the highest percentage of mentions for all 3 retailers are from females. While we were generating visualized reports and explorations, a dataset that supports our findings has also been created. We can perform filters on the dataset, and the above chart will continue to change according to the findings. This dataset can be downloaded for further data mining activities or loaded into other analytics tools. For more information about Watson Analytics for social media and for marketing analytics to action, contact Cresco today at info@cresco.int.